Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 15. I like this episode. I think it's great that we're nearing the end of this season. Let's get straight into recapping the whole episode, and opinions will be at the end of this video. So we start off the episode with Sonia and her husband and her little baby boy Deuce going to the doctor's office to, have a checkup on her pregnancy. As you guys all know, Sonia sadly miscarried that baby that she did portray on the show, but is luckily and happily for her pregnant again right now. And Deuce was very much involved and was so cute in the doctor's office, asking and just being a very supportive baby brother to be. I thought that was very adorable. We see a doctor that we've seen on another Bravo show appear in this scene as well, and that's all for Miss Sonia Richards Ross. We continue with the filming of The Past, Todd Tucker's movie, in which Drew has landed the lead role in, and Manera and Candy also have a few other roles. And I think Shamia also plays a part in that. And we see them all kind of prepping and reading the scripts, arriving on set, and the film is being produced and filmed partially in Candy's and Todd's home, even in their own bed. So Drew feels a little way about that, but everything else goes great. The scenes look fabulous. I think personally that Drew is a very good actress and can definitely hold her own when it comes to acting. And she's talking about how she needs to get mentally prepared for her, little lovey-dovey scenes with another woman, because she's never been in that space before. Let's have a moment of silence for that statement, because even Candy said that she was very believable, which, I mean, all shade aside, it is her job to be believable. So yeah, we see Manera arrive. She's playing a lawyer, and Candy's also playing someone who I did not get immediately what kind of role she was taking in. But as far as the behind the scenes goes, the movie does look great. I am definitely going to be tuning in if I can manage to watch it somehow on a platform available here near me in Germany, so maybe I will review that movie as well. Now we get to see this clown back on our screens with Drew. Drew is in her trailer. She is taking a little break. She is running down lines and prepping with an assistant or a co-star or someone from production. And he appears to be a little bit more, thicker in body size. And Ralph comes into the scene straight up body shaming this guy, asking him if he can squeeze out of that bench. I was like, Ralph, how much more can you be just so rude and so unlikable than you've already been on this show? And I'm sorry, but Drew, you were laughing a little bit too. It was, I'm sure, embarrassing for you. He tried to kind of even out the situation, but I just felt that those comments were not necessary, as is his appearance so not necessary on the show. And I do hope that if we get a season 16 with this cast and with Drew, that this divorce is finalized and they're over, done, and did We do not need to see Ralph anymore on our screens. He was being all creepy and, slimy about this woman and woman kiss, asking her if, well, people have questions. Did you kiss her? Did she give you tongue? Was she munching on you? And you can clearly tell how Drew was a little uncomfortable with that. And she's also talking about an experience where she was on a set in a previous movie where even production asked Ralph to, leave the situation and the work environment pretty much alone by escorting him to the food section of the set. So I was like, girl, how can you do it with this man? I truly don't understand. He was all smiley. That was the most genuine smile I've ever seen from him. And every time the camera just goes to him and films him and just his whole face takes up my screen, I want to scream. I get so aggravated. He is, again, so unlikable. I am so ready for her to fry his ass up in the reunion and in the finale. Anyways, in the next scenes, we see all the girls getting ready for Sheree's event. Sheree is planning an event for Mecca, her, granddaughter by her son and his girlfriend. The event looks absolutely stunning. It's over the top. It's very much Sheree. It's very much not for Mecca, probably. She only did that to provide something for the cameras, in my opinion. But we have to give credit where credit is due. Sheree knows how to throw a proper event. So far from this episode, what I've seen, it was grand and glamorous and luxurious, and props to Miss Sheree Whitfield. We see Lisa Wu, Deshawn Snow, many guests arrive. We even have Miss One Hit Wonder, the woman who said Nene that she'll have plenty of time to grow to her size one day. We even have her appear. We have an assistant doing way too much, the one that allegedly threw a shoe at Drew, where Drew allegedly threw her bag at him first, but he was doing way too much. I think Sheree also did that to be a little messy, but she, to her defense, did mention that it mustn't be that bad if they still follow each other the other day on Instagram. I see you throwing a little bit of shade in Drew's direction. Definitely see that. So then we jump ahead to Bob, and Bob is entering the scene. And as you all know, Bob has had a very tumultuous relationship with Sheree. He's put his hands on her, allegedly. That's what everybody has said. And he has been a little bit of a man. Not gonna finish that word. You guys know what I mean. But I just found it so funny how from Shamia, Cynthia, Manyeta, Candy, and Kenya, and Akila, and even Sonia, they were all looking at him crazy because he decided to debut a new daughter at the sippancy of his granddaughter, Mecca, which I thought was... This man has the audacity. The scene was funny, though. I will give it to them. The girls were confused. We have Candy asking all of the questions, talking about how she has known Bob since she was 19 years old, but never knew of this alleged daughter. His daughter Candace is her name. She's appearing. She is introducing herself to Sheree. They have a nice exchange. She seems very, very polite. She's very beautiful as well. And she is kind of the spitting image of Bob. And they say that she's 26 years old. And I guess this child was hidden for 26 years. Bob says that she came later on in his life and found him, but if they're happy, I'm happy, I love it. All good with that. And Sheree seemed very welcoming in the end, and even from start on, because they actually thought that Candace is Bob's girlfriend, but they all thought wrong. Anyways, we cut to a preview of next episode, which I think was the best preview that we've had this entire season. If I'm not mistaken, it is going to be the finale next week, so be sure to watch out for a review on next week's episode as well. We have Miss Drew coming to terms with the fact that her marriage to Ralph Pittman is crumbling. She finally has the freedom to leave that clown. And we see a preview of Miss Marlowe and Sheree FaceTiming, talking to them about the divorce news that were going on the blogs at the time. I think back in April or March, where it was, revealed that Drew filed for divorce, wanted to file to divorce, but Ralph actually beat her to it and filed for divorce first, which I think that is just another level of screwed up. How Ralph truly is behaving like Peter. He's like the Patricia of he's like Peter 2.0. He is a petty that I have not seen in a house husband for a long, long, long time. Again, I am so excited to see how she's going to expose everything. I hope that she won't be too forgiving and too, taking the blame. And even if she did have that affair with Tai Young, to quote my favorite YouTuber, the Brooke Ashley, another lovely blogger here on YouTube, to quote her, she said, "I would have done this, that, and more to Ralph if she were to be in her shoes." And I have to completely agree. Ralph is crazy. The abuse that this poor woman has endured. Now, don't get me wrong, Drew also is little of a flip-flopper. She, never really has her facts that straight, but it is still painful to watch her be so frustrated with that man. Anyways, this season is coming to an end. We did it. There were many things I liked, many things I did not like, and also let's talk about how they purely cut out the opening of the Kenya Moore Hair Care Salon. I was actually excited for that, and I'm going to be talking about this more on my new Housewives Rant with G episode 7 that is going to be coming out soon. And you guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's see what the end of this season is going to bring. Let's see if we go out with a bang. And thank you so much for watching.